14 events down in Season 4, 2 left to go. And the first of those 2, in the penultimate event, is curling, making its debut in Season 4. We will see how the teams will do with 2 events left to go. Hello everyone, my name is Sebastian. Today I'm commentating this event, and we have 2 events left in Season 4. And fittingly enough, 4 teams can win the championship in the Blue Blasters and Holographics, way ahead of the Gracious Glaciers and Northern Narwhals, who will try and make that gap to still try and win heading into the final event. Every other team can theoretically podium, except for the Heat Sharks and Yellow Jackets who can't. So, if you don't know how curling works, it's a single elimination tournament. Each team sends all 5 members onto the board, and whoever gets the most points advances. The scoring system is obviously 3 rings, like normal curling. The outer blue ring is 1 point. The second inner white ring is 2 points. The innermost red ring is 3 points. And the button in the center is 5 points. Obviously, this isn't how real curling works, but it is bottle curling, so obviously we're using those rules. And we have our demo run with the Windy Spinners and Supercells. Right now, the Windy Spinners have 4 points, and they actually knocked one of the Supercells out. You want to focus on a lot more defense. You want to get just as many points as possible, but not trying to be too risky so your opponent can hit the other members off of the board, or the house in this case. Windy Spinners right now comfortably have the lead with, I believe, 6-3 now, and they have the hammer. And they will also put one in the red ring, so that'll be a 9-3. Very impressive by them, just showing how many points you can rack up. And here is the tournament bracket with Blue Blasters and Yellow Jackets starting us off, Holographics and Gracious Glaciers ending us off. So we head into the first heat of the event, round 1, heat 1, with the Blue Blasters and Yellow Jackets. 2 teams who have had polar opposite seasons. Blue Blasters have been the championship protagonists for the entirety. Yellow Jackets have been the basement protagonists for the entirety of the season. Blue Blasters start off the match with putting one in the 1 point ring. Now Yellow Jackets send their first marble, and they're actually going to slot one in the red. That is 3 points, and they take the lead in the match. Blue Blasters with their second marble actually collide with their teammate, but both will settle on the red ring, so it's 2 points. Now Yellow Jackets diving down near the bottom, trying to stick it on the blue ring, but just can't. They still have the lead in the match. Now Blue Blasters doing the exact same thing, and will get the exact same result. Now Yellow Jackets with their third marble getting a straight dead center shot, but too much bounce back. Now Blue Blasters with a great hit on the Yellow Jackets, but since both of their teammates out, one of them can still manage to hold on in the blue ring. Yellow Jackets trying to hit them out, but one of the Blue Blasters has good bounce back and stays in. Now Blue Blasters themselves will also slot into the blue ring. Yellow Jackets with the hammer will get one of their marbles in the blue ring, but that will not be enough. It will be 2-1 Blue Blasters to them, and that is crucial for the Blue Blasters advancing. Holographics will have to do the same if they want to catch up or overtake them in the overall standings. Now Mocha Maniacs and Shockwaves for Heat 2 of Round 1. Mocha Maniacs sit in 7th, Shockwaves in the 11th, who just got a silver in the last event. Mocha Maniacs not starting off very well, too much bounce back. Shockwaves going down low, and nice curl into the red ring. That will give them 3 points, but they are near the center, so they have a high chance of being knocked off. They aren't. Mocha Maniacs will put one into the blue ring. Shockwaves going again, nearly hitting their own teammate. But we'll put one in the white. That is very good until the Mocha Maniacs stop that, pushing them out of the house, and they get one themselves in the blue ring. Now Shockwaves nearly hit their team member off again, and tries to push the Mocha Maniacs out, but they come back. Mocha Maniacs, good bounce back, hit the Shockwaves out of the red ring and the house entirely, and now they control the match 4-0. Shockwaves can't do anything about that, and Mocha Maniacs will be sending their final marble. Here they come. Oh, they hit their teammate, but it's still 3-0. Shockwaves are going to have to make a mighty comeback if they want to win. They actually allow one of the Mocha Maniacs back into the blue ring. Same to themselves, but it's still 4-1. Mocha Maniacs will commandingly win. They were behind for most of the match, and then a good hit secured the win for them. Now, Mystic Twisters and Solstice Squad are hosts, and probably the best team in the league, but has been very underperforming this season. And Mystic Twisters will be starting off the match nearly out of the frame of the camera. That is not good at all. Solstice Squad will have a 3 shot, basically. But too much bounce back. They're not going to score. Now Mystic Twisters have an opportunity. Trying to curl it onto the blue ring, but just can't settle. It's still 0-0. Solstice Squad up again. They put one on the blue ring. So now it's 1-0. Mystic Twisters now. Can they combat that? And they won't. They're just going to miss once again. Solstice Squad again. Diving down to the bottom. And just no one can find the house. Mystic Twisters with their 4th marble. Dead center shot. Gets one onto the red ring. But it falls out. And they won't even score. So Solstice Squad have another opportunity. Getting off of the back wall. And they're going to settle on the red ring. It's 4-0 with 2 marbles left to go in the match. Mystic Twisters will also do the same. And Solstice Squad just need to keep this. But they hit one of their team members out. But a beautiful curve by Luna, their reserve, to give them the win 4-3. Even if it was a tie, they would have won since they're closer to the button. But Solstice Squad will be coming away, advancing on to the next round. Mystic Twisters, unfortunate for them, bringing this event into the competition for the first time, and not even advancing on to the next round. Limelights and Wicked Wizards for Heat 4 of round 1. Limelights almost getting one into the blue, but just can't, and that will be 0 points. Now Wicked Wizards hit off of the button, just can't even score either. In fact, starting behind the Limelights. Limelights now again, and they can't do anything about it. Wicked Wizards practically have a free shot. They'll go safely in the 1 ring. So they have the match lead after 4 marbles going. Limelights trying to curl it onto the blue, just can't manage it. Wicked Wizards now using the Limelights members down there to their advantage, and now it's 2-0. Limelights with their 4th marble way too fast. And nearly getting onto the blue, but it won't be enough. Just diving down into the bottom once again. Wicked Wizards now with their 4th marble. Curling nicely onto the red before falling out onto the white. But it's still 4-0. With the Limelight's final marble, I believe, yes. And they will only settle on the 1. So Wicked Wizards will have to fail fantastically if they want to lose this match. And they obviously don't. That will be decimation by the Wicked Wizards. 6-1 will beat the Limelights. And that will probably put the Limelights last for the event unless there's an even bigger margin. So we'll have to see. Now Northern Narwhals and Team Toxin for Heat 5 of round 1. Northern Narwhals still can win the championship. Team Toxin can still podium, but probably easily the least likely team to do it. Northern Narwhals start on the 3. Now Team Toxin. They get one on the white, now the red. But they just can't stick it. So Northern Narwhals will have the lead after both teams have gone with 1 marble. Now they go up a bit too fast, but they will settle on the blue ring. Now Team Toxin nearly hit Northern Narwhals off, but a good curve will put them on the red. Oh, nearly the white. But they will stick on the red. Now Northern Narwhals again will once again put a marble on that blue ring. Now Team Toxin nearly hit Northern Narwhals again, but will also be up there on the blue ring. Northern Narwhals now hit their own team member, but actually ricochets Team Toxin back a ring. So now I think it's 6-3, but Team Toxin shut the door on that, and now it's 3-3, I believe, and Team Toxin would win the match. We hear from Northern Narwhals with a great curl almost into the red ring, but it will stay in the white. Team Toxin with the hammer will push one into the white. Will that be enough to win the match? No, it will not. Northern Narwhals win 5-4 and will move on to the next round. What a great match that was. Great offense and defense by both teams. Northern Narwhals getting the better of them. Now, Tidal Waves and Heat Strokes. A water team versus a heat team. Maybe a bit of a rivalry between these two. Tidal Waves will start off the match. Nice job to get on that red ring. A lot of teams have started with that and has to give the other team a chance to knock them off. Heat Strokes trying to get one on the red or on the blue ring, my bad, but just can't stick it. Tidal Waves, in fact, trying to assist them, but that doesn't even do anything. Heat Strokes now almost hit the Tidal Waves off, but they miss. Now Tidal Wave. Oh, Heat Strokes going for the 2nd time in a row. That was on accident, so that means Tidal Waves will go now and again, but they successfully hit the Tidal Waves off. Hopefully that isn't too confusing. So the next marble will be a Tidal Waves marble. Just waiting for them to come down, and it won't even help. Heat strokes. In fact, heat strokes were going to have 1-0, but Tidal Waves, in fact, helped them into the blue ring as well, so it's now 2-0. Heat strokes can't do anything there, so Tidal Waves will have their last marble here. It will go on the red, and they've taken the lead for the match. Heat strokes will have to at least get a white. They nearly hit them off of the red, and they will curl beautifully back on, which means they will win the match because of that, because of the tie, and they are closer to the button, so Tidal Waves will be winning this match. Wow, if Tidal Waves did not keep it on the red ring, they would have lost the match, but crucially enough, their marble was able to curl back on it. Now, Lucky Lemons and Nanospheres, two teams who have been very inconsistent this season. Lucky Lemons sit in 6th, Nanospheres I think in 10th, or 9th or 10th. Both start on the blue ring. Now, Lucky Lemons taking a step further on the white, so now they have 3 points. Nanospheres, I think that will also count as a white, so it's 3-3. Lucky Lemons will hit them off, and they will still have the lead, 4-2. Now, Nanospheres hitting the Lucky Lemons off strategically, but hitting themselves off as well, so it's back to 2-2. Now, Lucky Lemons, nice usage of the bounce back to hit one of their members onto the white, but Nanospheres stopped all of that, hitting practically everyone on the board off, and now it's back to 1-1. Lucky Lemons with their last marble split 2 marbles, and now Nanospheres are on the white, 3-1. Nanospheres nearly hit the Lucky Lemons onto the white themselves, but they will not, which means they will win the match 3-1 because of that lucky hit from the Lucky Lemons. Not so very lucky from them to do that. And the Nanospheres will be winning the match. Now, probably the most crucial heat in this event, for at least the first round, Holographics and Gracious Glaciers. The teams in 2nd and 3rd place. One of them trying to go for a championship. The other one, I basically just going for a podium, even though both can still mathematically win. Both start on the blue ring. Now, Holographics, their second marble will join both of them. Now, Gracious Glaciers will do the same. It's 2-2. Holographics going a bit more of a left of center shot. And I don't think that's going to count. I think that is actually off of the board. I will have to see by the end if they aren't hit off. And Gracious Glaciers will once again put one on the blue ring. Now, Holographics will also put one on the blue ring. So it's 3-3. Now Gracious Glaciers going again, and then will once again go in that same spot. So it's 4-3. Holographics will almost go in the red ring, but it will go in the white, which means it's, I think, 5-4. So Gracious Glaciers will have to put this one on the white to win, and they won't. They're going to put it on the blue, which means the Holographics, even though it's a tie, they are closer to the button, so they will win the match. Oh my goodness, 2 teams who could still win the championship. Holographics get the better of them, and they could still get further in the event. They are up against the Nanospheres in the next round. Blue-Ray Blasters up against the Mocha Maniacs. Solstice Squad and Wicked Wizards up against each other. And then Northern Narwhals and Tidal Waves. So, Gracious Glaciers do get the best of the rest, though. But that means they cannot win the championship anymore. And I don't think the Northern Narwhals can either. And I don't think the Blue-Ray Blasters can clinch either mathematically. So I think, heading into the final event, it will be the Blue-Ray Blasters and Holographics, which I'm sure everyone expected, but still. Blue-Ray Blasters up here in this first quarterfinal with the Mocha Maniacs, and they start beautifully on the 3 until Mocha Maniacs stop that from happening, and now we're back to 0-0. Now Blue-Ray Blasters going again. Once again, going to put one on the red, yes. And now Mocha Maniacs. Can they hit them off again? No, they won't. In fact, they'll have a marble on the red ring of their own. And since it's 3-3, they're closer to the button. But Blue-Ray Blasters hit them off and don't entirely hit off their other teammates, so it's 5-1. Mocha Maniacs hit one of the Blue-Ray Blasters off, and now it's 2-1. So it's a much easier match for them. Blue-Ray Blasters also put one on the blue. So now it's 3-1. Mocha Maniacs can't do anything with their 4th marble. They'll have to do it with the hammer. Blue-Ray Blasters trying to hit the Mocha Maniacs off, but they just get more bounce back. Mocha Maniacs with the hammer will not be able to do anything. Blue-Ray Blasters are on to the semifinals and could extend their lead if the Holographics don't advance. But still, Holographics against the Nanospheres, they really do want to advance, although try their hardest, so we'll have to see. Solstice Squad and Wicked Wizards for the second quarterfinal. 2 teams in the middle of the standings. Solstice Squad in 12th, Wicked Wizards, I think, Actually, I think these teams are in 12th and 13th both. Social Squad starting the blue until Wicked Wizards hit them off. And now it's 0-0. Social Squad now with their second marble actually hit off of the Wicked Wizards. Just can't stick it in the house. Now Wicked Wizards split both of the Social Squad members. And Social Squad will actually end up on the blue, so they have the lead. They send their next marble, but can't do anything. Wicked Wizards now have a great opportunity to take the lead. In fact, they bounce off of Social Squad. And doesn't end up what Social Squad tried to do it on them. So they now have the lead. And Social Squad split the Wicked Wizards. So now it's 3-1. Now Wicked Wizards going. They have a good opportunity to stretch their lead in this match. And they will. 4-1. Social Squad really going to have to do something. I think this is their this is their last marble actually. And now Wicked Wizards with the hammer will win the match easily 6-1. Decimating both Limelights and Social Squad with 6 points. The other team getting 1. Wicked Wizards looking really strong in this event, and they will be up against the Blueberry Blasters. Now, Northern Narwhals and Tidal Waves, two water-based teams who will get the better of them. Northern Narwhals going first, and they will slot one almost on the white, but it falls back into the blue last second. Now Tidal Waves going right over them and will also settle on the blue ring. Now Northern Narwhals with their second marble will do much better than that, and now it's 4-1. What can Tidal Waves do about that? They're just going to copy them again and do the same thing, 4-4. Now it's Northern Narwhals. Nice undershot and beautiful curl on the red. So now it's 7-4. Tidal Waves, great move to hit the Northern Narwhals off, and now it's tied once again, 4-4. Now Northern Narwhals slotting on the blue. That is crucial, because that is not a place where marbles get knocked off often, but a good hit by the Tidal Waves hits the Northern Narwhals off, losing them 2 points. It's 4-3 right now. Northern Narwhals will put one on the blue, so now I think it's 4-4. Tidal Waves just need to not mess this up, and they will. So that means Northern Narwhals will win the match. 6-3. They will take it. Tidal Waves had such a good chance of winning that match, and then they fumble it with the hammer, allowing the Northern Narwhals to take the win in the match. Now, Nanospheres and Holographics. This is a crucial heat. Blueberry Blasters advanced. Can the Holographics do so to challenge them? Nanospheres start on the 1. Now, Mirage, the captain of the Holographics, can't stick it on the red, but will stick it on the white, which is 2 points, doing better than the Nanospheres. Nanospheres, though, doing better than that, nearly on the button. That is on the red, which will give them 3 points until the Holographics hit them off of the house. But it's still 1-0 Nanospheres. Nanospheres going again. And that will also be a 1. Both left of center, so Holographics are going to have to veer off to the left, but they won't. In fact, they're not going to do anything. Nanospheres, with their 4th marble, will slot on the white. Holographics, time is running out. And they will barely settle on the blue, but that's their 4th marble. Nanospheres with their last one will put one on the red. Holographics are going to have to do some mighty work to do anything, and they won't. That is, what is that, 7-1. Holographics may have actually just, I don't even know. Nanosphere is absolutely destroying them, and that will put the Holographics in 8th, which means the Blu-ray Blasters could go as far as leading by 22 points if they win this event. And here you see 5th through 8th. Holographics in 8th, and Social Squad, Milkomaniacs, and Tidal Waves all the way up in 5th in the final 4. How far can the Blu-ray Blasters go to possibly, they can't clinch, they cannot mathematically clinch, but they can make it pretty certain that they could win this championship. After last season, they were 16 points ahead of 2nd place. They could be as far as 22. As Blu-ray Blasters starting off on the red. Now Wicked Wizards also not even in the house. Blu-ray Blasters putting one on the blue. It's 4-0. Wicked Wizards won't even get in the house. They have destroyed their first 2 matches. I mean, Blu-ray Blasters are an intimidated team, but still. Now it's 5-0. Wicked Wizards just can't hit them off, but they will slot on the red, which is good for them. 5-3. Blu-ray Blasters now going, but they hit them off. And now it's still 5-0. Wicked Wizards just cannot hit them off. They're getting so close, but will once again, yes, put one on the red. Blue-Ray Blasters with their final marble. Won't do anything, but they still have a comfortable lead. Can they advance to the finals? No, they won't, because of that final hit from the Wicked Wizards. And that is the match. 2-3. The Wicked Wizards in the final run, the hammer, taking them out of the 3, and that will win them the match. Oh my goodness, Wicked Wizards advancing on to the final. But who will it be with? The Northern Narwhals or Nanospheres? Two teams that start with the letter N. Two teams who rebranded after Season 3. Northern Narwhals start on the red. Nanospheres will be on the blue. Oh, Northern Narwhals nearly make a mistake hitting their own team member off, but it's now 6-1. Nanospheres have some work to do. Even though the members of the Northern Narwhals are right in the center, they go off to the right. Put one on the 1, but Northern Narwhals will make that mistake. And now, oh, but Nanospheres fall out of the blue. Nanospheres hit the Northern Narwhals out, so now it's 1-1. Now Northern Narwhals going again. Can't make it inside the house. It's still 1-1. Nanospheres will nearly put one in the white, nearly falling out of the house, and will stay on the red, or blue, my bad, oh my goodness. And now Northern Narwhals will actually put one on the red. And now Nanospheres with the hammer will hit them off. It will be a tie 2-2, and Northern Narwhals, as you can see, are closer to the button, so they will advance on to the final. Nanospheres will have to fight in the 3rd place match against the Blue-Ray Blasters, who could have a chance to get their 7th medal this season. So, the final. Wicked Wizards and Northern Narwhals. Bronze medal match, Blue-Ray Blasters and Nanospheres. That will be the first one we watch, between the team in 1st and the team, I believe, in 10th. The winner of last season, the team who literally came last in the showdown last season, I just realized. So this is basically Blue-Ray Blasters to lose, but we'll have to see, because Nanospheres have shown to do very well in this event, and they both start off with a 3. Blue-Ray Blasters, a big mistake, hitting their team member off, something they're so good at not doing. Nanospheres, only for them to do it as well. Now Blue-Ray Blasters going up. They will put one on the blue. They really do need this medal if they want to stretch their lead even just a little bit further over the holographics, as every point counts. But Nanospheres not letting that happen. They put one on the 3. Blue-Ray Blasters will put one on the white, but that means Nanospheres still win until they knock their own team member off. And now it's back to 3-1. Blue-Ray Blasters with their last marble will not put it in the house. Nanospheres, they just need a good enough point showing. They hit the Blue-Ray Blasters out of the white, and that will be enough for them to get the bronze. Blue-Ray Blasters choke the entire podium, and that will mean their lead will only be 9 heading into the final event, which is not as much as they wanted, but it's still a good lead size. But now we have the final of curling. Wicked Wizards and Northern Narwhals. Northern Narwhals have gotten 3 gold medals this season. Could they get a 4th one? They're already starting well, hitting the Wicked Wizards out of the house after they slotted one on the blue ring. Wicked Wizards will once again put it in the house, but this time at 2. And now Northern Narwhals will also put it on the 2. It's a tie, 2-2. The Wizards with their 3rd marble will once again. Oh no, they don't put it in the 2. They put it in the 1. And now it's 3-2. Northern Narwhals. Now it's 4-3. Wicked Wizards split their own team member and will end up on the blue. Northern Narwhals with their 4th marble will put it on the 3, meaning it's 7-4. Wicked Wizards split their own team member off, and they'll have 4-7. Northern Narwhals just need to not mess this up, and they certainly won't. That is 10-4, and the Northern Narwhals, after getting only 1 bronze medal last season, will get their 4th gold this season. The most of any team ever in Marbled Superior's history, and they will be standing on the top step of the podium for the 4th time this season in curling. For the first time ever, since this event has never been done before. Wicked Wizards coming in 2nd, Nanospheres in 3rd, Blue-Ray Blasters, crucially enough, in 4th. And that will leave only them and holographics to be able to win in the final event. But congratulations to the Northern Narwhals for setting a new gold number record in one season, I guess. In one season. Over the Wicked Wizards, who I believe get their 3rd medal, and Nanospheres, who get their 4th. And yes, only 2 teams can win the championship. Only 4 can even podium. Northern Owls and Gracious Glaciers are actually the only teams who can. And, oh goodness, Yellow Jackets already locked in last place. That's the second season in a row where that has happened to someone. So, only 2 teams can win, only 2 teams can podium. Who will it be in the final event of Marble Superior Season 4, the Obstacle Course? I will see you there. Goodbye.